Next, we have my favorite sketchbook of all time. You wouldn't be able to tell from the freaking cover. It's so beat up. And this is supposed to close, but it doesn't anymore because she be thick. So, gotta say, this does start out pretty edgy. First, we have this lady and skeleton piece. Pretty edgy, but it was just what my teen angst was telling me to draw. I do really like the background. It's kind of this cool watercolor effect. Then you have a rare case of me actually drawing in a sketchbook. I remember doing this in I think it was in computer class. I was just doodling. Did tons of, I really like this, geometric. A tree. I went on a school trip somewhere and I drew this because I wanted to be that girl sitting on a bench sketching. Yeah. I think it's a nice little tree though. It's kind of the first time I actually attempted one. Then we have this page. I think there was something underneath that I didn't like and I just glued over. Pen doodle. I tried drawing men because I realized I was kind of neglecting that. Then this is sort of like a Fallout OC I was trying to come up with. A little mole rat. He has a little backpack, a little radio attached to him. He's a little buddy. He's just a humble little buddy. Kind of pinup inspired. Playing with watercolor. You can kind of see. I think I did another drawing under this and I decided no. Goodbye. Then I love doing this. So this is really me starting to sketch on other pieces of paper and then just go in and glue the ones I like into my sketchbook. Of course, I had a million school assignments that when I was done, I'd flip it over, start drawing stuff. Got more of that little couple. Trying to draw more men's. Little Catwoman, just random. Little hand. I think I goofed on the thumb. Oh, I remember being really proud of this man. Drew a manly man. Black Widow character. I still think she's pretty cool. I like what I did with that design. Oh, more of that couple and kind of refining their... No, these are more characters. These are more characters. I want to do a pixie and then a kind of siren, Cyclops girl. Some little poses of them too. Oh, little faces. I think this is quite cute. I really want to do more of this, characters together. I love the look of that. Yeah, more Cyclops and then little pixie lady. I think mermaid sort of thing. Elf. Skyrim OC lady. This, I wanted to do something creepy again because, I don't know, sometimes I like just doing something weird, creepy, sort of spooky. That's opposite of my feminine elf fairy instincts. More of the couple that was before. Random lady. I like her design too. I had fun painting her. Oh, I really like this page. More book. Books I destroyed. A little leaf. And just creating some characters. I drew a fairy. I do really love the composition of this page. And I glued in a little flower I pressed. Another tree. More of one of my Skyrim OCs, and then another one. Pearl from Steven Universe. Oh, I really like this page too. This one I was bold enough to draw in my sketchbook as well. This was kind of Elsa inspired. More elves. I think these were actual, this one was an actual study, I think. And then this pretty elf lady. My main favorite Skyrim OC. I really want to draw her, now, redraw her. But I really like how this came out, especially the sky. I tried to get that sweet, sweet looking Skyrim sky done. Oh, so I think this was also, an art prompt we each took a page out of a dictionary, chose a word, and then had to paint it on top. And I think that's a great prompt for, you know, getting some inspiration when you really don't know what to, sorry, I just read sus. Witchy lady. When I first drew her, I really did not like her, but I really warmed up to her. I like her kitty tattoo and her silly kitty shirt. I'd love to redraw her. I don't know why she has a tail and no ears. Maybe the ears are under. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I forgot to do the ears and that's why I was mad at myself. More drawings that were done on the back of like math homework and worksheets. Really like her kind of cool, weird design. Like her little action pose. I like her look as well. But yeah, just more pencil-y sketches. Mermaid and a man. Little elfie. I like her noses. That's really cute. Oh, I want to do like a baby and then aged up version of like this orc kind of, or like half orc character. Again, using book pages. Highly recommend. It's quite fun. Lady. I think she was also based on like a Fallout OC. I really love this page. I love her face. I think she was kind of my interpretation of like Skyrim dwarf, like what they might have looked like sort of thing. Vampire lady. I really like her expression. Nose, eyes, you know, all the randoms. More opal, use some glitter glue, of course. The watercolor really ate this paper though. Some of more of the talked about earlier, the red colored pencil, which I loved. I did some of those. And also some red pen. This was a study, I think. This was me just playing around, doing some faces. I think another study. And I wanted to do like a couple. I think they're kind of like zodiac inspired, like Aries and Virgo, sort of. I don't know why those two. I'm a Scorpio, so I don't know why. Pastel, creepy girl. I still really like her. I like her color palette and how I did the hair. Rose Quartz from Steven Universe. She was my favorite, like, character design. I know she's, like, worst person, non-person ever. But I really liked her design. More character design. I want to do something kind of like, Greek inspired, I think. Oh, and then this was another art club thing. We had to do little geodes, and then I made her like inspired by the geode. Big fairy. I think this was Inktober. The prompt was like serpent or something, so I want to do something like kind of martial arts inspired snake sort of. I can't remember if I used a reference for this one. I think I did. Then another Inktober. I wish I wrote the prompts. Why didn't I write the prompts? This was something like Archer or something, I want to say. And then Mermaid. I think she was also Inktober. I remember the prompt for this one. This one was Poison. And I really wanted to do like a witchy sort of lady. And I really like how she came out. Swords. I do really like all of these. I'm not good at you know, weaponry really. That's not my strong suit, but had fun. And then kind of looks like blood. That was purely accidental on the next page. I did just kind of more outfit design sort of thing. Wanted to do like Beastmaster kind of cool lady. Some studies. Oh, I remember I was so proud of this man. Little elfie lady. Oh, these Elfie ladies. I still really love them. Some random pen drawings. Oh, I really like this one. This, I think, was another Inktober. But I wanted to do, like, huge giantess sort of concept. And, yeah, I'd love to do something else like this. Like, play around with scale. Cute little pen doodles. My class, they decided to pass like positive sweet notes to each other, and I got this at the very end of the day, so I didn't get to pass it on to anyone else, but I glued it in here, so it's here forever. Then broken doll. This might have been another Inktober, I can't remember. This is kind of unfinished. Pretty much the only unfinished bit of this sketchbook. Oh yeah, now we're getting into lots of doodles. This was the end of the year, and so I kept all of my worksheets and everything that I had drawn something I liked. So like, I didn't have to take finals for whatever reason. I think my grades were high enough or whatever. So instead of doing the final like reviews or anything, I'd just be like cutting up little bits of my art and gluing it in here. So, you know, lots of really cool and experimental things, because, you know, it's just a worksheet, so I felt no pressure at all to, like, you know, do a cool old man or a posy mermaid. Elfie dudes. And playing around with, like, expressions. These were characters I was kind of developing. I think this was, like, inspired by Pearl. I really loved her, like, nose. I really like drawing noses. More Steven I think this is all Steven Universe inspired, or, like, you know, fan art. I did Opal again. I really like her face. More doodles. And there's just so many. Little cute fox thing. I hardly ever draw animals. I need to do more animals, because that is fun. Yeah, and they just keep getting smaller and smaller because, like, you know, ran out of, like, the big pieces. I really was proud of that piece. Kind of Loch Ness Monster inspired thing. Hand I was proud of. Foot I was proud of. These were done on cardboard, and this was kind of important because I realized when you color on darker paper, you can do some crazy highlights, and I think you'll see more crazy highlights in later sketchbooks. Sailor Moon kind of inspired. I really like the look of that still. I think I used, what? But I used this as like, what's it called? A bookmark. I use this as a bookmark. Playing with color. I remember getting like complimented. Someone saw this and were like, that's really cool. A goblin. Well, it was like a kind of creature. I was playing around with the design of a shroomlin. So it's a little mushroom goblin. They live in, you know, giant mushrooms, as you can imagine. But I want to do little swirlies on him. I think he's really cute. I still really like him. Mermaids. I really like this piece. This one was actually part of a sketchbook I made, but it completely exploded. I'm not good at making books. But I really like this piece and I wanted to keep it. Okay, this is like my third time filming this. But I just literally can't do it without crying. So if I cry, that's just how it's gonna be. So this page is pretty anticlimactic. But it's really like emotionally significant to me. I remember this drawing I made while at a botanical gardens for an art club field trip. And I remember drawing it while talking to my art teacher. Here is a little note she wrote me. She'd always leave feedback on our drawings, and I kept all of them. but I felt like this one was important to keep in here. I did keep all of her notes. I'm really glad I did, because she did pass away from cancer. She was one of the few people who encouraged my creativity and I feel like understood me. And she did so much to foster our art program. Our school literally did not care about the visual arts, so she gave up so much of her time and energy to organize opportunities for us. She even paid for things out of her own pocket, and she also did so much for the art community in our town as well. It's just horrible she's not here anymore. Yeah, I'm sorry that I got so emotional. I just felt like I had to talk about it, and it's really hard to, but yeah. I took a little break. I think I'm okay now. Yeah, I just have a lot of feelings attached to that sketchbook. Here is yet another high school sketchbook. This is, I guess, kind of more of an art journal. For our senior year, instead of having like a sketchbook that we would do studies in and that sort of thing, we had these books which we turned into art journals. This was a vintage book which I shouldn't have used. It's like from the 60s and I murdered it, so not a good choice, but it was already falling apart. I wanted to talk to you about the cover because I think it came out really cool. All of this is hot glue, paint, and glitter to make kind of a dragon scale. And then I sewed on this little clasp to keep it from falling apart. And then for it, we had to choose like a theme, and I did folklore and fairy tales. So each prompt, I believe, was song lyrics, where we'd have a prompt and then we'd have to like include some lyrics that were meaningful. So I did a fairy, and then actually made, it's probably spewing glitter everywhere. It always has. And this was my first project, so like literally all year my backpack was full of glitter. But yeah, I think it's really cool and quite creative. And then we have this page. This is actually a QR code that lets you listen to the song. So I figured that'd be cool as like a tattoo, and then the hair moves. This one, we had to take a poem, choose words, and then make an art piece out of it. So I wanted to do kind of like a centaur, but like a doe, and like very icy kind of themed. This is some collage. I don't know why I gave the bird a horse head, but I do really love collage, and I really want to do more of it. More cyclops. These we had to design, I think, shoes, or I might have just chosen to do that. I can't remember. Then we had to do a page about our zodiac sign. I think these might be permanently sealed together. Maybe. This last page we got to do whatever we want, I think. And so I did like a weird little alchemy thing. Of course, yeah, it completely stuck together. But that's my senior year art journal. I really wanted to get into doing more art journaling. Toby, what are you doing, buddy? Are you a sketchbook? Are you a sketchbook baby? So, yeah, there goes the continuity of this video. I don't know if you could tell, I got new nails on. Today is a new day. I was gonna finish filming yesterday, but I took a nap on the couch, and when I woke up it was dark. So, you know. we have just 2 more sketchbooks. If Toby will let us continue. Come here, baby. Oh. But now it is time to get onto the final 2 sketchbooks. So first we have this sketchbook, and this one is weird. Not for any particular reason besides I completely forgot this sketchbook existed. I feel like this is such a personal thing. How could I forget an entire sketchbook? That being said, it was during a really not nice time in my life. So my memory is kind of just not great in terms of that era, but another sketchbook, one I don't even remember. So let's go through it. So finally we have some dates. As you can see, I am still doing the sketching on a separate piece of paper and then sticking them in. I love this page. I especially love these elfie drawings, playing around with some pencil. Oh, and then I did another D&D group. I wanted to draw a dwarf because I've never done one before, and I feel like this is like great little setup here. More of the Cyclops girl, again, prominent character. But yeah, I really like the look of all these characters. Then this was me doodling in class. This is when I was earning my associate's degree, and I would just doodle on little sticky notes and stick them in. And I did add some little white highlights because I think that looks really good. Then we have this page, very colorful. I really like that, though I remember not liking this elf. She's very beautiful, but she looks very Kim Kardashian. It's just how she turned out. I don't even know how that happened. But yeah, and then we have a kind of purple page, Raven from Teen Titans. I really like the look of her still. Little doodles. More bits of paper I drew on. This has some writing on it. I bet it was chemistry notes because I did not pay that much attention in chemistry, probably as much as I should have. But yeah, instead I was doodling quite a bit. But I do really like this page. I like how I did the bits of yellow to kind of unite it. And I started writing mumps as well. Then we have big elfie lady. The paper got so messed up because I did watercolor over it. I remember being so disappointed. Then just a random page. She got yellowed on too. But I really like her design. I wanted to do like a tiefling sort of character, but also kind of not usual proportions. She's kind of more roundy and cutesy. Then more drawings. Don't love this page as much, to be honest. Here's me, rare instance of me actually drawing in my sketchbook. Again, I try to do some color to unify it, but honestly, I don't love the green. I don't like the outlining I did. I think it's much more effective to do this sort of thing. Then I really like this page. This was some studies. I really love how she came out. I got some pencils I was playing with. Then this page, I remember being so in love with this drawing. It's very stylized, but I think very cute. More sticky note doodles. This was a sort of self-portrait, but I really don't like it. Lots of different profiles. I was playing around with proportion, trying to, you know, avoid getting into the same face syndrome. I don't know if I do have that going on. Oh, look at that. Of course I do. These are like literally the same. Oh, those are the same too. What the heck? Yeah, okay, maybe I do. So That's why maybe it was important to do this. Play around. More of me actually sketching in my sketchbook. This I was planning out a piece, which I never did. I hardly ever do like outsidey, I don't know what you'd call it, just pieces that are on separate paper. I really love the design of this. I'd love to do something with this in the future. More actual sketches in the sketchbook. I'm surprised none of them are covered up. Usually there's something I don't like that I end up covering up. Oh, so I guess here we're getting into 2020. This is right before pandemic, and also just like the start of really chaotic era in my life, so it's gonna be interesting seeing what happens. Oh, I love this page. I wanted to really play around with line width and that sort of thing, and kind of do sort of more tattoo inspired pieces. And yeah, I really love this page. Then we have some blue drawings. I really like the moon I did here just to add some visual interest to my sketchbook. I bet I drew something here and didn't like it. These ones got yellowed too. That yellow page I did, it just ended up getting yellow everywhere, all over the sketchbook. Flip. Some trolls. I wanted to make like a troll character. This was done with Sharpie. I really don't like working with Sharpies. They are, you know, just kind of hard to work with. I find they bleed easily, but maybe I'm just using them wrong. And then we have small little boy. I want to do more troll dolls. They are so fun to draw. Some plant studies. Again, they got yellowed. Oh, this page. I did this whole page. Hated so much of it. And ended up covering a ton of it up. And usually when you do this, you want to redraw what you did. But I guess I couldn't be bothered. Weird cat girl design. Again with that red mechanical pencil I love so much. Oh, big mermaid page. I really love how this one came out. I'd love to do something like this again. This was really fun. Oh, and then I drew a little hobbit, and I didn't know what to do with a background, so I just cut up tons of post-it notes and stuck it on. More of my little in-class doodles. I goofed her eye really bad, so just added a sweet eye patch. Art hack. I guess that hasn't changed since middle school. Now instead of a bit of bangs going on, now it's an eye patch. Sailor Moon inspired little sketchy sketch. These, as you can see, are absolutely chemistry notes. But I drew Elfie character. I really like the lines on this one. More little doodles. I really like this face too. More doodles. Oh, and in here I wanted to play around more with proportions. I really like her face. She's really cute. Oh, and then here's when I started art class. It was one of the last classes I took. I don't know why it took me so long to do art. I wish I did, you know, take multiple art classes though. I only got one in, and that really sucked. I would love to do, you know, year 2. But yeah, just lots of studies. That's pretty much all we did. Looks like a brain, but this was a bread. And yeah, form studies are so boring. Oh man, I remember drawing this page when I was just like not okay, but I still showed up, and sometimes that's half of the battle, just showing up. Oh, I was so miserable when I did this. Yeah, you know, it's weird the memories you have attached to like what you were doing at the time. I like this. This was a little pen study. I don't think it's very you know, it's not finished at all, but I was just having fun doing the lines. Face. I don't know what I was doing here. I think I wanted to add on top of this and, you know, never got around to it. Cute little fairy. This was kind of like Totoro inspired. I don't know what happened here. Guess I didn't like it. This was a self-portrait, though I do not feel like it looks like me at all. Drawing random menses. I started cutting my pages, and I just think that looks so not good. At least like the way I did it. I feel like there's lots of really interesting things you can do with your sketchbook, and this was just kind of lazy. Oh, bought some chalk pastels, was playing around with them. Weird sketches, really kind of lazy stuff. I do like weird little piggy and ducky, I guess I decided to draw. Then more faces. Oh, wanted to draw Ty Lee from Avatar. She has a really cute nose, and I was trying to like create it in like realism, I guess. Random elfie lady. At this point, my sketches got really weird and light. I don't know what I was doing. Usually I do sketch lightly and then go in with darker, but I guess I didn't here. Squid. No. Octopus kind of lady. Elfie lady. Pumpkins. Pumpkins are so fun to sketch. I need to do more. I really like this page. More elfie ladies. I really like her arm. I know it's not very correct, but I would love to do this hand position again. I like that. More elfie ladies. That's really what I'd love to do, is like elves fantasy sort of thing. More just sketches, very unfinished. Drawing mouths and noses. I guess I goofed on her eyes. Yeah, this one got really weird and light. This is kind of the characters before that you've seen quite a few times. Drew more of them. I wanted to play around with more proportions. More of them. Random sketch. Yeah, I wish I could give you more details. Like I said, I really do not remember the sketchbook well at all. I like this page. Got some colored pencils and did some sketches. I like this sort of weird, also kind of Totoro-inspired creature, but it's got mushrooms. Splatter page, but I really like how this looks. Usually when I'm trying to be abstract with paint, I hate it, and for once I really like how it looks. I only did 3 colors, and I think that's how it, came out good. I also did green and pink, complementary, so I think that helped. Oh, this is, I wanted to draw a Gelfling from the Dark Crystal. I love the Dark Crystal. Was so terrified of it as a kid, but, now it's just exactly my sort of thing, dark fantasy. Then here's some more just light sketches, and I think that's it. Oh, this I was planning for my new sketchbook. I wrote down what makes a good sketchbook: diversity, but maybe one overarching theme. Diverse media use. Yeah, agree. Colored sketches. Yeah, diverse subject matter drawing from life references. No clue what that says. And take reference from old sketchbooks. Yeah, and then I guess I planned for my next sketchbook, which you will see. And then this is just a random page. Lots of random scribbles, and you could tell my brain was just completely in chaos mode. There's a picture of my parents' dog licking the couch, and so I drew her. And then I made a little character, Mr. Spizzles. I should bring him back too, he's kind of great. And I like how these scissors look. But that is it for this sketchbook. Didn't finish a big chunk of it, but I might even use that for sketching and then gluing stuff into my new sketchbook. That might be an idea. But here we finally have the final sketchbook. The cover is kind of gross. I should probably stick some stickers on here and see if I can't make it look better. But first, blank page. Then we have another Gelfling. This one I spent a lot more time on. And yeah, this was 2021. Then we have a page of blue. I really like this page, especially like little hedgehog, froggy, more froggy. I really want to draw more frogs. I love frogs. But here I really go crazy with the highlighting. Big elfie lady. She is watercolor and pencil. I don't know what needs to be censored. There's a little bit of booby going on. But yeah, just have some random garbage. I decided that would be great to stick in my sketchbook. I don't know why, but lots of little sticky note doodles. I'm doing some real careful censoring. I don't know how particular YouTube is, but this is like my favorite page I've ever done. I took a bunch of references of statues and sketched all them, and then I messed up here, so I did a blue square in the middle, and I really love how this looks. And I had a lot of fun working on it. I think it came out really nice. And I went in the negative space with just a light gray marker, and I think that really made the page pop. Then we have more drawing on just crappy printer paper. This was a to-do list, you can kind of see. But yeah, lots of elfie fantasy ladies, and then Ruby, my parents' dog again. I did a little sketch of her. More drawings actually done in the sketchbook. I really like this one. I love her little dress going on. Study of an eye. I really need to do more of these. I don't know how to do a lot of things in paint, but I want to get good. My ultimate goal would be to be so good at painting I can make like a Skyrim landscape that looks really, really nice that I can have just hanging up. Then a sketch, just elfie. I think I was gonna do like a tarot card kind of themed thing, but I never finished. This is in San Antonio. I did a pen sketch. Then this drawing I just hated, so I covered it up. I did, here's more just random scraps. Stuck this chubby boy in just because I loved him. Cute kitty sticker. Yeah, just more doodles. I think this was more of taking drawings I didn't like and then gluing in the parts I did. Cat. And I drew a kitty lady in, because I love those Fairy K sweaters with the cats on them. So I thought it'd be funny to do a cat and then a lady, but she had her bobas out because I just thought that would be more funny. I think this I also drew while I was in San Antonio. This is based on a self-portrait, but I kind of played around with the proportions a little more, but I really like how that looks. These were little, what do you call them? People walking on the street, and it was so hard, but I did have fun doing that. Bunny lady. I was watching a lot of Beastars, so I was kind of inspired by that. More elves, but they got kind of smudged. Painting of a lady. I do really like this. I like my color choice. I do want to try doing more kind of paintings like this. Some more sketches. I really like this one. I think this one came out pretty nice. And then I think this is the last page, and then I completely gave up on the sketchbook. Oh, except here's me panic painting little squares, because I tried to paint, but I just couldn't deal. So these, I don't know, maybe I'll like draw on top of, do something with them. I just didn't want to waste all the paint I had already got out. But yeah, that is it. Oh my goodness. Complete sketchbook tour. Let me grab them all. There we go. That's slightly more interesting than just pink. But that is it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope maybe it inspired you a little. I definitely feel super inspired. I kind of want to go draw right now, so I might go do that. But yeah, I had fun going through this, even though there were some, you know, emotional little moments. But I think it's good. I think art should be emotional, and you know, I really do feel inspired now, especially from my lovely teacher. I know she would want me to keep drawing and creating, so I am gonna keep at it. I'm gonna fill up my new sketchbook for you guys, and hopefully sometime have an amazing new sketchbook tour. for you, but we will see. It is very big and huge pages, so it might take me quite a while, but I'm gonna keep working on it. Let me know what videos you want to see from me in the future, if you'd like to see more RT videos, even though I'm not a professional artist or anything, just a hobbyist who finds a lot of fun out of it, and hopefully we'll make some new fun art soon. Some fart. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite drawing was out of all these sketchbooks, even if it was one of the silly dorky ones. I hope it was. Those were my favorites. But thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing. It really helps out my channel. But that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!